and welcome to another plan with me. We are going to be filming the week of, I have the dates all wrong in here, the 24th through the 2nd of March, and this is going to be quite a depressing plan with me because this is the week of my mom's birthday, which, if you know, you know. It's kind of a downer of a week when she's dead, for lack of better words. We're just gonna be really blunt with it because the facts are the facts, and that's just the facts. I'm just trying to make some space because it's so claustrophobic, and this office right now, it's literally giving me heart palpitations. I do not live laugh loving it. For this spread, we will be using the Beauty Salon Mystery Kit. If you are unaware, my mom was a nail tech. I do have those that I'm not going to be using. My mom was a nail tech and therefore worked in a beauty salon. And so this felt very appropriate to use for her birthday. I'm going to try to use everything that like looks the most like her, like the blondie girls and stuff, because she's a blondie girl. And I'm going to be using the beauty foil bundle from my shop. It comes with confetti headers, and I'm using black, Pages Standard, the makeup quotes, the lashes and lipstick washi, and then the lashes underlays. And then I have my two custom multis, both in black and font 15. I think that's all like the housekeeping material. Okay. The thing is there's some duplicate boxes, so I'm going to need to make sure. So 7, 10 to 11. So this would be 8, 9, 10. Okay, we're gonna have to use this tall box. So that would be 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8, 9, and 10. 7, 8, 9, 10. Okay, because I don't want to use both of these because they're the same, and I don't want to use any of the other repeat boxes. So that's just what we're gonna do. I was debating whether I cared about using the tall girl, honestly, because she's not a blondie, and I just want it to look like very my mom. And so, anywho, we're just gonna jump right into it. Monday was the 24th, even though my other planner, the dates are all wackadoodle, which was a Monday, obviously. And Chris actually had jury duty this day. Neither of us have ever had jury duty, and so this was Chris's first experience. We didn't really know what to expect, and I don't know how it works like in different counties, different states, wherever. I'm sure like each region has their own method for jury duty, but the way this worked was like they were assigned like a number. I'm not really sure how that's determined, but the way it got like described to them was like if you have like a higher number, like really anything like above 15, you're most likely going to be dismissed. And if you have like a lower number, like 1 through 5, you will most likely be selected. And it's more like a deselection process. They like start with juror 1, ask them questions, and so long as like they didn't have any reason to be dismissed, they would be selected. And then number 2, if they didn't have any reason to not be selected, they'd be selected, and so on and so forth. So he had jury duty and he did not get selected. And while he was at jury duty, I worked, watched YouTube, and then whenever Chris got home, he was so starving to death, and he has been like begging to go to Chili's, and I'm not like a Chili's person. Like, I don't think Chili's is good. I don't love a chain restaurant to begin with, but like if I'm going to a chain restaurant, I'd probably pick Olive Garden because soup, salad, and breadsticks is pretty good. And then maybe like Applebee's. I just would never pick Chili's, but Chris has been wanting to go, so we went. He got the like triple dipper or whatever thing. I got the loaded fries, and they were some of the most mid fries ever. And it was simply false advertising because they looked like nice thin fries in every picture on the menu, and that was not what I was served. So it was really annoying, but overall, it was a good time, just like good to go on a little date. The days of the week are from my shop, font choice 5 unfoiled. The date numbers are font choice 5 in black. And the holes are hole choice 3 in black. But we did that, and then we got groceries. Then I came home and I FaceTimed with my friend Christy while I pulled foil. And I read. I don't even have to get out my phone to look up what I was reading because I was buddy reading Saving 6 with my friend Emily. If you aren't aware, that is book 3 in the... I want to use this in the sidebar, that in the sidebar, and maybe we'll just use like the Vogue in the sidebar so that I can just focus on getting these things. Or no, I want to definitely use the nail tech, like the nail salon thing in the sidebar. Okay, I'll just grab the Vogue thing now, so that I, like the magazines, so that I don't mess up. Okay, so I was reading that book, and if you don't know, those books are like so fucking long. The text in them is tiny in like the current publication of them, so they don't like look that long. But if you look at like the indie published or like any of the publications from different countries, it doesn't have like the microscopic text. And so this book was like an 800+ page book about really heavy topics, so I was reading that for a lot of days. So I read that. Tuesday was date day. We did some shopping, of course. I went ham this week. I don't know what had gotten into me, but I did. I bought all the things. And then I came home, or then Chris and I went to Cabo Bob's, of course. Oh, Cabo Bob's is tomorrow, and I can't fucking wait. It's just been like really high on my sounds delicious situation. Then I came home and watched some YouTube, and Emily and I did have a bit of a game night. I think I taught her how to play Super Mega Lucky Box, but that's like a baby game. That's not like I didn't have to teach her how to play it. It's literally bingo. It's literally bingo. But we played like a bunch of games and just chit-chatted, had fun. Then we got off the phone. I continued reading Saving 6. Wednesday, I worked and watched YouTube. I did call my dad eventually that evening, and I called him, I think, when I was on my way to grab myself lunch. And then Chris and I did go for a walk that day. And then I did read a bunch more Saving 6. Just continuing reading fucking Saving 6 for forever. Thursday, I worked and watched YouTube. We got Dairy Queen, and then I read more Saving 6, and I was catching up on my shows this evening. I feel like I, like, at the point of filming this, have, like, a lot of active, like, week-to-week shows. I've got Deal or No Deal Island, Traders, which I think this week is the last week of Traders. If it's not this week, it's next week. Deal or No Deal Island, Traders, Survivor just started, and Love is Blind, which this week that I'm filming this is the week of the weddings, and then it should just be next week be the reunion, and that should be all she wrote. So that's not like one that's gonna be on the docket for much longer. And same with Traders, but I just am like, got all the things, trying to remember what's on which day, and keeping it all straight is crazy. Okay. So, yeah, then Friday I worked and watched YouTube, got McDonald's, or I think I finished Saving 6 on Thursday. And so there was that, and then I think I may have read like one chapter of the next book that I read, which was called You Shouldn't Have Come Here by Geneva Rose. That will be in an upcoming video that is reading popular thriller authors, thriller reading vlog, so that'll be coming out soon. And so game night, basically we were going over to Andrea's, and we're basically doing this like competition is like the best word I can think of, but I don't think that's like right. A tournament, that's the word. We're doing a Magic the Gathering tournament with like Andrea and a bunch of like her neighbors, and we basically all bought like different magic boxes and made decks, and then well, this day we were going over Andrea's basically to make our decks and to practice with them, because basically you make the deck and you put in like a bunch of cards that you think are going to be like really good, but then sometimes the cards that you think are going to be really good turn out to be like just okay, and cards you thought were going to be just okay end up being super useful. So it was basically like we were building our decks and then practicing with them so that we could prepare for whenever we do like the tournament. And so that was fun. And then one of the neighbors came over and we all just kind of like played our decks and hung out, and it was a blast. And then I came home and I read one chapter of my book because I refuse to lose my reading streak on Fable. So I need to read a minimum of one chapter a day, which is fairly easy for me. This looks so cute already. ¿Dónde está the deco? Okay. So came home, read one more chapter of the Geneva Rose book. Then we will move into Saturday. I woke up having just like a freaking hankering, and I mean a hankering, for McDonald's breakfast. So like I woke up and I was like to Chris, I'm like, yo, you got McDonald's breakfast? And he was like, hell yeah. And I'm like, okay, I'm gonna go get it. So I went and I got that, and then I came home, of course, and ate that. And then I worked. I watched the episodes of Love is Blind that came out on Friday. Had to, of course, get those watched. So I watched those. And these couples this season are something else. But I did that, and then I did switch over to watching YouTube because duh. And I did cook tacos this night, and what is it about like a shitty taco kit taco? Like, they're just so good. So good. They always hit. It's like McDonald's, where it's like, it's not like it's objectively not like amazing, but like it's so consistently what I'm looking for. So to me, she is beauty, she is grace. But I made that, which is really good. And then I got to about 50% in the Geneva Rose, which was like kind of my goal because that book has very, very low reviews. And I was like, I'm gonna like read, and then if I get to like 25% and I hate it, I'll just DNF it. But I was like, I don't have like any really big qualms with it. It's like fine. I'm like, maybe the twist is going to be horrible. But I'm like, my friend who I was buddy reading it with before she DNF'd it was like, yeah, I'm kind of like, not like mad that she DNF'd it. She's like, I looked up what the twist was, and the twist is actually pretty good, da 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 da. So I was like, okay, like, whatever. The book has like a romance undertone that I think may have been what people were not enjoying. And then I did look at reviews, and I like can kind of confirm that that was like one of the big issues people had with it, and that just like didn't bother me. But I read more of that. And then Sunday I finished all of the open orders from prior to that week, watched YouTube, got McDonald's again because we have issues. And then I finished You Shouldn't Have Come Here, because the book was like a very short book. It was like barely 300 pages. And so I was able to quickly finish that up in like 2 hours, a little less than 2 hours. And then just gonna like pop some stuff on these. I'm gonna be using probably quite a bit of corners and like this kind of deco because I don't want to use quotes on like this box. It would completely cover everything. So I finished that book, and then I swiftly moved on to another book because like I barely read. Like I was reading like one chapter a day for many days in a row, and I was just kind of like upset about that, over it. I wanted to get back on my reading BS. So I then, after finishing that one book, I immediately read all of, from start to finish, Saving Noah by Lucinda Berry, which again will be in that same reading like TikTok popular popcorn thriller authors, which that book was something else, but I literally read the whole thing in one sitting, but it's very short, and it was just a very what the fuck am I reading kind of book. Very haunting, very horrible. I'm not even going to talk about the contents in it, just look up trigger warnings, because this is very dark, very fucked up book about very fucked up things, and it makes you really think, and it was just horrifying. But anywho, and then I've been slowly but surely going through a Harry Potter rewatch. I've just been like in the mood. So like at the end of the night, whenever I finish my reading and I'm not like ready to put on my sleepy time show, which is Big Bang Theory, I will pop on a Harry Potter. I'm like watching each movie in like 30-minute increments for the most part. But I watched a solid like hour and a half of Half-Blood Prince. So I marked that because honestly it was a very, I should have marked that I went for a walk, but it just didn't work out with the order of which I had already laid down the stickers. So I just put that I watched Harry Potter because both things are true. Both things are very much so true. This base is so Cutie Pie Honey Bunch. I absolutely think that black was such a good option with this. But we are going to zoom in and get to the day by day. I gotta pull out my doodles because I never buy the add-ons for the mystery kits. So I always have to like go into my things, which is fine. It's always funny using black foil because like it looks so like, not like sophisticated, but I feel like most of my spreads are like, wow, crazy foil, craziness. And then it's just like very subdued, but it is pretty. So we're not gonna do our standard 5 little things on Monday. We're gonna start with marking Chris's jury duty. And then I will mark working with like one of those little roundy boxes. And then we will mark YouTube binge. So for Chris having jury duty, I'm going to use the clock icon from the mini icons. We do have a lot of these sheets as individual sheets, including the clock, if you were looking for a full sheet of those. And then if there's anything we don't have a full sheet of and you're looking for it, just let me know. We'll toss in the laptop for work as well as the YouTube laptop for YouTube binge. I'm going to grab my customs. We got Chris jury duty here. Got work. And we've got YouTube binge. Perfect. Then down here, we will grab a little thing to mark me and Chris getting lunch. Then we will mark getting groceries. We'll be having a little chit-chatty phone sesh with Christy. And then reading. Very simple. So for getting food with Chris, I'm going to use the place setting icon. We do have full sheets of these in the shop. Then for getting groceries, I'm going to use the grocery cart icon from the mini icons sheet. For talking with Christy, I'm going to use the phone icon from the mini icons sheet. And then for reading, I'm going to use the book, which we do have full sheets of the book in shop. And as you can see, they look just as cute on like labels as they do on little things. I'm gonna grab her with Chris, and again, this is font 15 in black foil. Pop in groceries, grab my with Christy, and a read. Perfect. Tuesday, we're gonna grab this label for shopping, and then we'll grab this to mark getting lunch. And then we will grab this to mark that it was quite a big filming day. For shopping, I'm going to grab the shopping bag from the Doodles sheet. And then for me and Chris getting lunch, we'll use the takeout bag. And then for filming, I'm going to use the film camera from the mini icons sheet. Again, you will see they look perfectly fine even in a third box. I'm going to grab the shopping script from the foil bundle, so that's actually going to be in font choice 6. And then I'll go back to my customs in font 15 for a with Chris and a film. This is so loud, it's so fucking annoying. Okay. We will mark YouTube binge next. Then I had a game night with Emily, and I did read. So grab the like dark gray charcoal color. Right? It's kind of like charcoal-y. So we use the YouTube, like the movie clapper for YouTube binge. We do have full sheets of these in the shop. Then for playing games with Emily, I'm just gonna use the playing card on the mini icons sheet. And then for reading, we'll grab the book stack from the doodles. So I'm gonna grab the YouTube binge from my custom multi, as well as read and with Emily. Perfect. Okay, we were just going to mark work and YouTube binge here. So this is where we're gonna use the retro TV, or the retro computer and the retro TV to mark these things from the doodle sampler. I'm gonna have to go into my collection here soon. Grab a work script and a YouTube binge script. Then we're gonna grab some little things. We're gonna grab a with dad, or a little thing to mark reading with my, or whoa. What's the word I'm looking for? FaceTiming with my dad. Oh my God. And then I'll just use this big old box because I did a ton of reading this evening. So for talking with my dad, we're gonna use the other smartphone icon on the mini icons sheet. And then for going on a walk, I'll use the sneakers from the doodles. And for reading, I'm going to use this, which is the e-reader icon from my shop. We're gonna grab with dad, and that's gonna be font 15. And then from the foil bundle, I'm gonna grab the workout script, which is in font 5, as well as the read script, which is in font 3. Then we'll move on to the second half of the week. I'm gonna mark work and YouTube binge. Okay, so for working, work. I will just use the stickers sticker because I make stickers. And then for YouTube binge, grab some sort of TV related sticker because I do always watch YouTube on the TV. So you can grab that. So I'm gonna use the YouTube binge from the foil bundle, which is gonna be in font choice 4. And I will use work from my custom multi in font 15. Down here, we will use a little thing to mark getting Dairy Queen. And then we'll use a label to mark reading. And then for watching all my shows, we've got this. Okay, to marketing Dairy Queen, I'm going to use one of these from the fast food icons sheet. This is unfoiled, and we'll just grab that. For reading, I'm going to grab the other mini book from the icons sheet, but there is full sheets of them in the shop. And then for watching my shows, I will just grab another, like not another, but I'll grab a TV, a retro TV. So I'm gonna grab read from my custom multi, and then I will grab fast food from the foil bundle in font 5, as well as TV time in font 4. Then over here, we will mark working and YouTube binging. For work, I'm going to use the planner because I make planner stickers. And then for watching YouTube, I'm just going to grab another like TV watching situation. grab a work script for my custom multi, and then I'll grab the binge watch from the foil bundle, which is in font 5. Then do this to mark McDonald's, and then I will use this to mark a game night, and this to mark reading. Works out just perfectly. Okay, so for McDonald's, I'm gonna use the fast food icon. We do full sheets of these in the shop. This sticker, Lottie with her playing cards, and then for reading, I'm gonna use another one of those e-reader stickers, if I can just find them. Here we go. I'm just got like hit with feeling sleepy. It's like, I need to get a second wind. Grab my McDonald's script, bada bing, bada boom, game night. My game night script is 1 line, but I'm just gonna rip it in half and make it 2. And then reading. Perfect. Then over here we will mark that, this is fine, McDonald's, work, and Love is Blind. So for McDonald's, I'm just gonna use the car icon, or actually, no, I have another fast food. We'll use the other fast food icon. Sometimes I use the food one, the car one, because I'm like driving in the car to go get it, so it like makes sense in my brain. I'll grab something for work. This will be fine. And then for Love is Blind, I'm gonna use the TV icon from the mini icons sheet. We do full sheets of these in the shop. Grab my scripts. We got work, we've got Mickey D's, and we've got Love is Blind. Then we're gonna mark YouTube, of course, of course, of course. Then I cooked up some tacos, which were scrump. Diddly ump. I'm making like a new dinner tonight, and I'm gonna be so annoyed if it's not good. Cause I'm like actually really hungry right now, but there's still like a lot of time left until this meal is done. I'm gonna use the movie clapper for YouTube binge. Again, we have full sheets of those. I'll use the cutting board for cooking. We do have full sheets of those. And then for reading, got this stack of gray books. Cook, read, and YouTube binge. Okay, then we'll move over here and we will mark working. We have one more box, square box, so it works out great. Okay. Then I will mark this is fine. This is all good. We're gonna use the dark color here. Okay. Work, YouTube binge, work, and YouTube binge. Aren't we really, can we like take a minute and be proud for the fact that I did not have a mental breakdown this week? Especially with it being my mom's birthday. That's like shocking behavior. Shocking behavior. Pop this in for reading, and then we'll mark that I watched some Harry Potter. Also, fuck J.K. Rowling. I feel like that goes without saying, but also feel like it needs to be said. Fuck that bitch. So this time I'm just gonna use the car to mark going to McDonald's or getting McDonald's. I did not go. Typically whenever we get fast food, I'm like to Chris, I'm like, yeah, but like how about you go and I stay home? And he's always just like, okay. So in case you wondered how that goes, that's how it goes. That's just how it goes every time. And then for watching Harry Potter, I'm just gonna grab the other TV mini icon. Okay. Then I'm just gonna grab my scripts, Mickey D's, read, and Harry Potter 6. It's 6th one. Okay, we're gonna move all of the nonsense. It's gonna be destashed out of the way, and I will zoom on out and show you the finished spread. Here she is. Here is my mama's birthday spread for this year. Her birthday's the 25th. I do acknowledge that I did not actually put her birthday in, but it is what it is. Thank you guys so much for watching, and I'll see you in the next one. Bye-bye.